North Kolkata, a place where time seems to stand still amid the narrow lanes and crumbling brick walls. Years ago, my family lived in a rented apartment in an old British colonial locality called Manicktola. Directly opposite our building stood a massive, dilapidated structure. It was a decaying relic of the past, with peeling plaster and shuttered windows hiding in the dark. Among the neighbors, whispers always floated around. They said it was haunted. Initially, I brushed it off. I was young, skeptical, and thought it was just local folklore, a fantasy cooked up to scare kids. But one night, I was proven completely wrong. It was around midnight. Sleep was far from my eyes, so I stepped out onto the balcony to catch the cool night breeze. The streets below were dead silent. Not a soul in sight. Then, out of nowhere, a sound broke the quiet. At first, I thought it was a distant church bell. But as I listened closely, the hair on my arms began to stand up. The sound wasn't coming from far away. It was coming from right across the street. I looked up. On the upper floor, there was a long, stretched balcony lined with colored glasses. The sound was vibrating from right behind them. My heart dropped. That entire floor had been completely deserted, locked up, and abandoned for over a decade. There was no electricity. No one lived there, so who or what was making that sound? The next morning, I couldn't keep it to myself. I asked my dad about that abandoned floor. His expression grew grave. He told me that once, a long time ago, a family lived there. The Sens. It was a tragic tale. Due to a prolonged illness and the lack of proper medical treatment, the entire family was wiped out within those walls. Among them was a little girl named Anjali. For her birthday, her father had gifted her a pair of beautiful silver anklets. Anjali loved them. She wore them constantly. Whenever she walked along that long balcony, the local people used to hear the musical, tinkling sound of her footsteps. The neighbors believed her spirit never left. That even after death, the little girl still walks that balcony, wearing the birthday gift from her father. Hearing that sent shivers down my spine. The realization shocked me to my core. From that night onward, I subconsciously avoided looking at that building. Whenever my eyes accidentally drifted toward those colored glasses, a deep, heavy uneasiness would grip my chest. It has been over a decade since I left Kolkata. That old apartment doesn't even exist anymore. The municipal corporation took over the property and demolished it. But even though the brick and mortar are gone, that midnight chime is still violently alive in my memory. Some echoes can never be demolished. Have you ever heard something in the dead of night that you couldn't explain? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this slice of North Kolkata horror, hit that like button and subscribe to Grimdeb for more spine-chilling stories. Stay safe and keep your eyes open.